Hello guys and welcome back to another Christmas bonus episode of Red Hot the Pod. Today I am so excited.
I'm just like staring at you.
I know,
really
she's just
like,
staring at me. I hope
creepily.
if anyone's watching this episode, you'll see the gorgeous, stunning, glowing angel who I'm sitting next to. If you don't know who this beautiful woman is, I'd like you to introduce yourself, please. Go on.
My name is Fabienne and I own a jewellery label called YCL and we're based here on the Gold Coast.
Guys, I am so beyond excited to be chatting to Fab today because, well, we have a little announcement that we're probably going to leave until the end of the pod. But I just wanted to get her on for that reason, as well as just the fact that she's a beautiful mama who has seriously taken her business and just fucking made it skyrocket. And as far as like having a small business, running it, I don't know what it's like to have a fucking baby in the mix as well. I just look up to you so much and you're such an inspiration to me and so many girls that I know too who have small businesses based here on the Gold Coast. So I kind of just wanted to get her on, have a chat, talk about our little thing at the end, which I'm sure you guys might be able to guess what that is. I am sporting a little something if you're watching the pod. And I do have a little something else under my long sleeve top, which I realized I was wearing a long sleeve top after. I'm like, you fucking moron, put a t-shirt on. Anyways, okay, so let's just get into it. So Fab owns YCL. Tell the people what YCL stands for. I'm mortified to say that I actually didn't know what YCL stood for.
Yeah, so we actually never tell anyone. So it actually stands for your core light.
Your core light.
The light within your core. And it actually started.
So you.
It actually started as a blog because you know what you do when you're 18 and you're trying to find yourself. You start
it's giving Tumblr.
Like fully, literally. And I started my blog and it was called Your Core Light. And then I wanted to make something a little bit more tangible. So then we shortened it just to modernize it to YCL Jewels. And then to modernize it again, we dropped the jewels in our recent rebrand. But the intention is still there. So though we don't ever talk about it as much, the intention behind everything we do starts at that premise.
Wow. So good. I'm trying to figure it out in the car. I'm like,
what is that?
No, what could that be? Because I know like you're very spiritual, super into all of your crystals and all that sort of thing. So I'm trying to like connect it with something like that. But that makes so much sense. Your core light. Love it. And it's fully giving Tumblr.
It literally. Hence why we don't say it too much, but I actually love that when I do say it. You're like, oh, okay, yeah.
I love it. So good. Yeah. Okay, so as far as this episode's kind of going to be a bit like business and then more like sort of fun, exciting announcement at the end. What would you say is your like? I hate this question when someone asks me, but I'm going to ask you because I feel like your answer is going to be an answer that I would want to hear. What would be like your best piece of advice for someone who wants to start a business potentially? It's like a passion of theirs. They want to turn it into something tangible. What would be like your main piece of advice? Because I feel like when people ask me that, I just say you need to like fucking love your product and ride for your product and don't let any fucking person tell you that it's not worth the money or it's too expensive or like all this. Like I've had shit like that with Chill ever since we started, but I've always ridden so hard for my product and I feel like someone gave me that piece of advice. And so whenever anyone asks me that question now, I'm like, that's my biggest piece of advice. What would you say that yours is?
I would have two things and I hate them to be a little bit cliche, but then at the same time, if I think back to everything that has enabled me to get here, wherever here is, there's so much, wherever
totally.
here is.
Yep.
One was a quote I heard when I first started YCL, which is authenticity breeds abundance. I think so let's let that just sink in. Authenticity breeds abundance. In a market that is so saturated, that doesn't need to scare you, but you need, exactly like what you said, you need to be able to come back to your why. And if you are not starting out with something that feels right, if you're doing it because it's trendy, it's cool.
Cash grab.
Like starting
so
a business,
much of that, man. Seeing heaps of it at the moment.
Right. Starting a business, yes, it will give you financial freedom in ways you could never have imagined, but that will come with fucking hard work.
And taking so many financial risks. Holy shit.
You know,
and it's not overnight.
No, like it's not. And I think that you need to love what you do. You need to back what you do, but you also need to back yourself.
Yeah.
Because otherwise nothing will thrive, nothing will bloom. And second to that is you need to be extremely resilient, because you're going to get told that you suck more than that you're good. You're going to be told you're going to fail more than you succeed. You're going to fall down so much more than you will fly. But it's not about that per se. It's about how you get up and the lessons you learn from that.
So true.
And I find in society, this might be a bit of a controversial thing to say, but I find in society that we're pandering a little bit to not having the provocative conversations we need to have as people. We're pandering to, you know, kind of stepping on eggshells, not having those hard conversations. If you're not resilient and you can't adapt to change, unfortunately, a lot of society can't, you will not be able to be successful in business.
Facts.
Because I feel like I fail more than I feel like I succeed.
100%. And it's always something. There's always something.
Yes.
It's never fucking perfect.
No.
And you always have to like adapt on the fly.
Yes.
Yep.
And that doesn't mean that I sit in a state of victim mentality or depression.
No.
I am a fucking hustler.
Yep.
You can tell me no 100 times. I'll come back for more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I believe in myself. I believe in our product.
Yep.
And I believe in our brand.
Yes. Fucking mic drop. That is so good. I fucking love to hear that so much. And I mean, obviously, I love your product so much. I've been wearing it for years. And when, like, we'll get to this later, but like Fab came to me it was literally probably like 18 months ago.
It was
so fucking long ago.
This is how long stuff takes
literally
to do, guys.
This is a great example of how long stuff takes. But we are so excited to announce that I have a collaboration coming with YCL it actually is launching the day that this podcast comes out. So we will leave all of the dates in the description of this podcast, along with all of Fab's dates. If you guys want to go check her out on Instagram, but you can shop the collection now. It is officially live.
I love it.
Can't believe I can say that.
I know.
That's so exciting. Oh my God. But anyways, I also, so before we jump to the collab side of things, loved that advice. That was fucking awesome. And if you're a listener and you are considering starting a business of some sort, please rewind that and just listen to that whole portion of what Fab's just said again, because it is like, you really don't realize. And I guess for me, like as a young person, I'm thinking like, cool, I'll start this business. Like obviously on the back end of having a social media career, like this is going to be a piece of piss. No worries. I had no, like, so dumb of me. I had no fucking prior business knowledge whatsoever, but I didn't assume, just being ignorant and silly and not knowing what the fuck I'm talking about.
You don't know what you don't know though. And
correct,
I think if anything, that it gives us the naivety we need to start a business, because had we not had that, I don't know if I'd start a business now, to be honest
absolutely
with you.
And you know what everyone, I've had a lot of people say to me, and I've experienced it too, your best experience is actually doing it.
Yeah, you have to do it.
Like, and even people who go to uni and they say, I didn't learn half the things that I learned at uni, and I've got my own business.
Well, to be honest, all my staff have a degree and I'm the least qualified in my team. So there you go.
So am I. And me and my staff, me and my mother and...
But you're doing it right though, Lily. I think that the fact that I think it's so easy to get caught up in, like, and we spoke about this when you came to our studio, you know, we just recently moved into a new studio.
Oh my God, it's divine.
But
and
that's,
the showroom.
That's 10 years. That's 10 years
of hard work.
I saved up and I bought something. That was 10 years.
Amazing.
We were in, I loved our quaint Currumbin. If you came to our showroom in Currumbin, bless.
Love that place.
Yeah, it wasn't our building, and I wasn't investing money in a building that I didn't own. I see it as a waste of money.
Yeah.
And I think that you're doing it right. You're packing all your orders. You shot with us at 4 a.m. 2 weeks ago, and then you went out and packed all your Black Friday orders by yourself. And it's so easy to get caught up. I need the staff, I need this. That will drain your money and your cash flow faster than anything else, which means you can't release new and you won't make more money.
Absolutely. And it's totally, I think, for most people, which it isn't for me at all. But I think being able to say like, oh, I've got 10 people on my team and I've got this fucking massive warehouse that I can't even fill because I actually don't have that much stock, or you're ordering too much stock just to show people that you can afford to buy stock. You won't sell through it.
No.
That's a stupid way. And it's totally like your ego is talking in that instance. I've done the warehouse. I've had the warehouse. I've had people packing the orders for me. I've done the whole thing. That was not making me money. Like if I can do it, if I have to get up a few hours earlier in the morning and go to that fucking storage unit and pack all my orders myself just so that I can afford to pay myself. Fucking oath, I'm going to do it. And even now, like, mum's getting put on the payroll next year because she's such a fucking hard worker.
Good on her.
For me. And she loves it. I know she did. Anyway, I think you're absolutely right. Like, it's not all about like showing, like having the showy things.
And I think at the same time is it's easy, like, you know, especially being quite young. Like I started YCL when I was 21, didn't start making serious money until about 25. I was very good at seeing that company money not as my own.
Absolutely. Same.
I paid myself $500 for the first 6 years, $500 a week for 6 years. And I was so good. Whereas I think that sometimes younger people and even older people, you see it, they're looking at that company money like it's their own and they're going out and spending it. It is not yours to spend. And the more that you spend on your personal shit, the less you can allow your brand to thrive.
That's it.
If you can have self-control and self-restraint, and once again, making money is one thing, but it's a skill to retain your money.
100%. Oh my God, I couldn't agree more. I actually... now that you've said the $500 thing, I'm going to expose myself. I've just recently started paying myself $400 a week.
Oh my goodness, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's
I'm so
massive.
excited. I know.
That's massive.
And I'm going to get mum on and start paying her as of next year too, which like for the last 2 years, I've not paid myself a single fucking dollar from the business.
You don't.
And you literally don't. Like,
it's massive, Lily.
Yeah, I'm proud. I'm fucking really proud of myself. And it's at the point where it's like, it's covering a portion of my rent. So I'm like, damn, this is sick. This is what it's all about.
And it just keeps going, getting more and more.
I know. I'm like, pray, like, please, like, this is just abundance.
Yeah.
Surely.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just jump to your beautiful baby.
Oh, my angel.
Oh my God, she's such an angel.
I'm going to cry.
I'm going to cry. Don't. If you cry, I'm going to cry, please.
Don't. I'll cry.
So Fab's got a beautiful little girl, guys. She's how many months?
She's nearly 18 months.
Nearly 18 months. Can you please reveal her name, because I don't want to take that away from you because it's so divine, and tell us the story of how you got to your little angel baby.
Yeah. So my daughter's name is Season, and we named her that because it took us 2 years to have her. We had her through IVF, and every time we had a failed transfer, I had 4 failed embryo transfers, and every time I would say to my partner that I knew I was having a little girl and you should be a Gemini, and that's the star sign I get along with the least. But I don't know, I was like, guys, we're having a Gemini daughter. I know it, and I had my Gemini daughter. And every time we had a failed transfer, I would say to my partner, like, my partner would say to me, because I was, you know, he would just
all
be
over
like,
the place,
it's like we will know when we have her, we will know. And my partner's not very spiritual at all. He just loves that I'm in my little fucking bubble.
Just loves you
of whimsy and auras.
Woo woo.
Yeah.
All of it.
And I would say to him, I have to trust the seasons of life. You know, where there is rain, there is sunshine. Where there is blooming flowers, there are also dying flowers. So that's how we came up with her name, Season, and her middle name is Wednesday, because all of our failed transfers happen to be on a Wednesday. So that's my little girl, and she's our little miracle.
And she, when I say like, fuck, I'm slightly biased because she's yours, but she is just like so perfect.
She's fucking
cute. She's so fucking cute.
How do I do it? Like, if I want to have more, like, what's the recipe?
How do I clone? How do I clone this?
You want to know who she looks like? You know that meme, Chloe, side-eye Chloe.
Oh my God, she kind of does.
She's like this. She's always like, and she has like her teeth out. She's like,
because
she's a Gemini, she gives you like the real stinker. I'm like, sis, like, calm it down, please. Chill.
I'm your mother. Please.
I'm your mother. I gave birth to you.
It was a long, hard road to get to you, sis. You know? Come on.
Yeah,
oh my God, she's
funny,
just gorgeous.
Thank you. She's it's but it's been
a journey.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
I think as well, and I think because we struggle to have season, I've shared a little bit on my social media, but I've definitely had my bout of postpartum depletion, I would say. And in all honesty and being completely transparent, I probably refrained from talking about that on social media. I've shared little snippets of it, but because I have a community of people doing IVF and I don't want to seem ungrateful. But just because I have struggled with that doesn't make me love my daughter any less. It doesn't make me any less of a mother.
And social media can be such a mean place at times, man.
Yeah, I can't even.
I mean, far out. That's a whole other can of worms.
Oh gosh.
So as far as balancing business and a little girl, like how do you go with that? Because obviously really business takes away so much time from your baby and she's still so young. So what would you say, like, what's your like tips or how do you do it?
It's definitely been a shock to the system. I'm a hard worker. I love my job.
I feel like this will be me. I know this will be me when I have babies.
And I think that you can go in with all the expectations in the world, but just be gentle on yourself. So I am still actually breastfeeding season as well at 18 months. So the fact that I have to try to factor that into my day, how long can I be away from her? It has been quite challenging. I work a 4-day work week. I'm really big on that. Just in terms of my mental health. I came back to work after 3 weeks, which was just absolutely ridiculous. And I look back at myself now and I'm like, want to give that early mama a hug because I was trying to prove something to my team, to myself, to society, to my partner. No one had those expectations of me. It was all on you. And look, I just get like major FOMO. My friends could go out and drink. I don't want to go. But
if they're all at the office,
if someone's at the office, I am going to be
there.
My
God, that is me.
I've been really strategic with how I've structured my team, and I didn't give myself credit for that. I have an incredibly capable team. They are
the best.
My lifeblood. Like our team is just
Fantastic.
And I was very strategic about how I hired when I hired, specifically so I could give myself space to have a baby. I did not give myself that space. So there was definitely that guilt early on. Now I don't play into that. I work 3 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. My daughter is in daycare 2 days a week, and then she's with her nanny 1 day a week.
Epic.
And I'm not willing to work anymore at the moment in my time with her. I work less than what I thought I would because she's my angel. I'm never going to get this time with her. Exactly.
Yeah.
My mum was a single mum. My dad wasn't around. My mum worked all the time. And I remember this like craving to be with my mum. I'm so blessed that I've got an amazing partner, an amazing man. He is so present with her. I have that support. And I've created a business where I work 3 days a week and pay myself full time.
Fuck yeah, man.
And that is the goal. That is the goal. And
it.
I have worked so hard for that. I've been extremely strategic and smart about how I've done that.
Yep.
And next year I might go back to 4 days. And to be honest, some days I want to work more.
Yeah.
And some days I want to be with her more. So it's a constant juggle, but I do not give into this bum guilt now.
Good.
I'm showing Season what it's like to chase your dreams. And I'm showing her what hard work looks like, not at the detriment of my mental health or my relationships, but that you can follow your passion and you can be successful.
You can do it all.
So I'm showing her that. And
Absolutely.
that is what I focus on.
Oh, you're amazing. Oh. What the fuck? Like this woman, you are seriously so I could just listen to you all day. You're such an inspiration, and I hope that if anyone is listening to this and you're like in the same sort of stage of life, if you've got a business and a baby, or even if you've just got a business and you're struggling, like you have got this.
You really
just
do.
stick to it and like love your shit and you will be fine.
Yeah. And I think don't buy into what society says you need to feel.
So true. Yeah.
You are the creator of your universe and your reality. No, you are not entitled to anything. No one owes you anything. It is up to you to create the reality that you want. It's so easy that we can fall into these victim mentalities. But what's going to thrive from there? Nothing. I can't create magic from that space.
So true.
So I'm finding a balance that works for me. Some weeks it works, some weeks I have to tweak it, and it's just, it's just constant.
I guess the more that you like put pressure on yourself and like run yourself into the ground in inverted commas, like obviously you're not going to thrive in that space. No. So like you're better off just letting yourself feel what you need to feel, do less when you want, do more when you want, and then just find that sort of happy median.
Yeah.
Divine. Oh, you're so divine.
Stop
Obsessed with you. Right, well, let's get on to the final part of this ep, which is the most exciting.
Yes, it is.
I mean, not the most exciting, but like I'm very fucking excited about it. So we're going to talk about our collab, guys, that is online now. Again, if you're driving, don't get on the website. But if you're not driving, definitely go and check out the website. So I don't know where I want to start. I kind of just want to, I do want to know. I'd said this to Caleb on our Zoom yesterday. I was like, I'm so curious why they wanted to do it with me. Like, is there a reason for that?
Yeah,
I am like, I'm so bad with accepting like compliments. So this is going to make me feel really uncomfortable, but I also really want to know.
But I'm glad that you asked the question.
Okay.
That's your next step, right?
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I've got to get comfortable with this.
No, exactly.
Okay.
We just all love you in the studio, and we have for a really long time. And I think when we were looking at the way that you engage with your audience and the way that you're so honest and really, really raw, but it's in a way that you can tell, and having not met you yet, and this is the thing, even though we've worked with so many people over the 10 years of our business, and honestly, so many of them have been so lovely.
Yeah.
I think meeting them in person is a whole other thing, right?
Definitely,
So
yeah.
you can have this perception of someone. We loved your content, loved how you engage with your audience, loved the way that you shared and were really open and really honest. And when we were thinking about, okay, who do we want to align the brand with? Because that's a really, really
it's so
serious
important
question as a brand. When we actually met you, the warmth, and I was actually thinking about this when I was reading the questions last night, the warmth that radiates off you. I think sometimes people are so guarded and will like dribble parts of themselves out slowly, whereas you just wear it all on your fucking sleeve. And I think that's what is, now that I actually really know you, is frustrating when I see things online. It's really frustrating, and I actually have to stop myself from commenting sometimes because people are making perceptions without even having met you. And this goes for anyone that's in the spotlight, right?
Yeah.
You are one of the most warm, loving people I've ever met, and you're not afraid to just be that. You're not giving half of yourself or small portions of yourself because you're guarded. You're okay with being open and
it is what
allowing
it is,
whatever happens, whether something doesn't go right or whatever. You're okay. You seem okay with that. And that's really beautiful. So having met you and then actually gone through this process with you, and now you just feel like part of the family.
I know. I'm
like we're going for drinks.
I'm like literally
drinks in a few weeks.
If everything fails for me, I'm like, I'm coming to work at YCL.
Like, I think that's been the really special part of it, is building that relationship with you.
I agree. 100%.
Starting from obviously seeing you on social media, loving what you do, and then taking it those next steps.
That's the fucking best.
It's
compliment.
been really special.
It has been. I agree. And I feel like although it's taken us like to get from the initial idea of collaborating to now, it has taken a while. But like, as we said, these things do take time, and I feel like neither of us are prepared to put our brand names or personal brand names or whatever on a product if it's not 100% what we're both going to be confident in and we know that the customer and consumer are going to love. So let's talk about like how many pieces have we got in the collection. There's 2 pairs of earrings, 2 necklaces, one necklace in 2 lengths, a bracelet, and the other little heart pendant. Oh my God. I haven't got them all yet because Fab needed them to shoot the other day. Yes, and I'm like literally dying.
I'm a slut for the tennis. Oh
my God,
same.
Every time.
We don't have stock yet, so I'm like, where's mine?
I want my heart.
And I usually get the samples because I never take stock for myself. I always have samples. Yeah. But Lily has the sample, so I can't steal samples.
She's literally like eyeing off my neck, like how can I get this off this girl without her noticing? So definitely, guys, go and check out the collection. It's online now. Special. It is so fucking beautiful, and I feel like it's so me.
It's so you. If I like the hoops, I think like all of it, but I feel like the hoops especially. You always like Lily for like her bold hoops. Yeah, she's always got a hoop in.
Yeah, love a classic. Just like
hoop.
I'm a slut for. I am a slut for a hoop.
And we've designed the most perfect hoops. So easy to get in and out. There's no clasp. It's like a seamless design, so it latches open and it's so easy.
It's just stunning.
Yeah, and we're all about that, designing pieces that can be effortlessly worn, that are feminine and really intentional.
So fucking nice.
Yeah, so
I'm absolutely honored to know you, to love you, to collaborate with your beautiful brand. And I think I'm so excited. I hope that you guys, if you go and check it out, I hope that you love it. We love it so much. Yeah. I can't wait to see. I'm dying to see the campaign photos when this episode comes out. I wouldn't have seen them yet. But I'm dying to see them because the photo shoot we started shooting at 4 a.m. the other day. Fab was really sick, so she couldn't come, which was
second shoot in 10 years that I haven't been at, but
it was so fucking divine.
Looked so hot. And the team after I'm calling them like dying from my bed, vomiting. Literally. And I was like, how was it? They was like, Lily was the best to work with. Like the best. We love her. The photos are going to be so good.
Oh my God, I love it.
I had so much FOMO. And I was like slacking the girls like, I have FOMO.
Yeah. Poor season. They both were vomiting. Like she was up in the night vomiting. Fab was vomiting in the morning.
Yeah, honestly. And then my partner had to come home from work. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. But
oh my God.
Sad to miss it. But I feel like I was there because the photos are
you were in spirit.
Stunning. And
oh my God, I'm so fucking obsessed with you.
Oh, stop it. I keep looking at your boobs.
Oh, okay. I've got a Skims bra on.
No, they're looking really good.
Oh, thanks. Tell Jet that when we go out. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up this little bonus app. Thanks so much for being here, babe.
This was so fun.
Did you like it?
I'm just loving like sitting across.
It's so easy, right?
Like a conversation. I can look at you and chat to you. And
we actually had different chairs up until recently. We had little single chairs, but
I'm loving this.
I think this is more like comfortable, conversational. We can touch.
We can touch. Love the touching.
I love touching.
Part. Yeah.
I love touching. That was weird. Okay, so thanks guys so much for listening. Love you all so much. Have a very Merry Christmas, and we will see you next week for another Christmas bonus app. Bye.
This is a Polly Studios production.